Black capitalism does not beat capitalism, black people. Okay? Just get that through your head, man. Stop promoting black capitalism. It does not beat capitalism. Alright, so I know y'all see all the targets and shit, all that good shit. Listen. I have come to the conclusion that this is company backlash. I wouldn't say it's particularly, well, technically, if the company's owned by a white person and funded by a white person, maybe this can be technically considered white backlash by definition. The reason why I say that is not just because, black peopling, but I say that because, well, technically I'm saying that because black people, hear me out. Y'all remember all of the targets that went down in flames because of the Black Lives Matter protesting? You remember that, right? And a lot of black people were looting, for lack of better words, looting and destroying targets all across the United States. You remember that? Well, it just so happens that a lot of these targets, which is why I personally didn't agree with it as far as looting, I can understand. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't understand the upset and outrage for Black lives not being handled in a way that's human, for lack of a better word. All of that time where all those targets were being looted or basically just publicly defaced. Well, we're here in 2025 and you got Target doing the motherfucking Birdman handshake on these niggas, bruh.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
We're gonna watch this video and we're gonna go into detail of what I think should happen.
Welcome back. Just days after taking the oath of office, President Donald Trump is sending a clear message to corporate America to end diversity, equity, and inclusion policies or face potential legal consequences.
Yeah, his administration already taking steps to remove these programs on the federal level by placing workers in DEI roles on administrative leave.
Our chief business correspondent Taylor Young is with us now this morning. And Taylor, we know that Trump has spent a lot of time on the campaign trail really talking about the plans to end these programs, but now we're seeing the direct impact of those promises happening in real time, and it's happening fast.
Very quickly. So let's start on the federal level. Really, starting yesterday, we have hundreds, potentially thousands of workers who essentially were told not to come back to the office. And today they're kind of sitting there wondering if they're going to be reassigned to a different apartment or if they're going to be laid off and have to find a whole new job altogether. We talk about how quickly this is happening, but this is exactly what President Trump promised while on the campaign trail. And he said what happened just days after taking office, that these people were going to be laid off. So yes, happening very quickly, but not necessarily a surprise. But I do think it's important to explain how we got here. Now, while DEI initiatives have been around for really decades at this point, they really became mainstream in the aftermath of the death of George Floyd and the movement for racial justice that followed. Now, as we saw a boom in DEI programs over the last couple of years, we've also seen the growing backlash from opponents, especially on the Republican side of the aisle. Now, in that executive order signed by Trump on Tuesday, it went as far as calling these policies illegal. It also stated that the federal government and corporations have used DEI policies as a, quote, disguise to violate civil rights laws. And, supporters of DEI programs, of course, disagree with the claims in this executive order, saying that, they are vital for the workplace, especially with a growing diverse population.
Okay, so we know what impact this is going to have on federal programs, but what impact will this whole entire approach on DEA have on corporate America?
Yeah, so while the president and federal government as a whole, really has no direct say over how private companies kind of initiate their diversity policies, we can say that it absolutely does have a massive influence, especially if that company contracts with the federal government or is taking federal funding in any capacity. But, we have seen even just in the weeks prior to President Trump taking office, really a wave of corporations already kind of rolling back some of these policies. And the first one is Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. That was one of them.
Meta, Facebook company, and Instagram. These black people are literally arguing on Meta, meaning Facebook or Instagram, about how we should literally boycott other companies like Amazon, McDonald's, and Walmart. Not realizing you even being on the platform itself is literally promotion of the platform itself. And just like you won't automatically delete your fucking profile, you can't expect these people that's been working there their whole lives, probably built the whole families, incomes, and just completely just give it up just because of, you telling people that they should literally quit their livelihoods. We have people that are immigrants that come over here and tell us what our bills were made for, not realizing they don't even know the fucking history. Like, they know the textbook history, but they don't know the whole fucking history, because there's devil in the details, and we already know that sometimes the textbook don't tell the details, the real detail of how and what happened, what was processing through Lyndon B. Johnson's mind, what was going wrong, what was happening in the country around that time that he signed that bill into law. And also, before he signed that bill, what type of man was Lyndon B. Johnson? There's a lot of things that go into context for this DEI thing, because it's not just the it's not just the Black Lives Matter that happened around COVID. It wasn't just that. It was way, way before that, in the 1960s, I want to say. That's when really it was starting to be like, okay, something's got to give. But I'm going to say it, like I said before in another video, I'm not sure if I agree with integration of black people within these white spaces or within these major conglomerate companies, or sometimes even within the government. You know what I mean? Because when he signed that bill, when Lyndon B. Johnson signed that bill, it was a bill that basically guaranteed black folks jobs. It's a guaranteed check. So when you go from hustling every day to make sure you get your ends meet, it's already hard. You're dealing with white people fucking with you, white people in. Motherfuckers trying to take over your whole fucking city, take over your hometown, Tulsa, Oklahoma, legally, mind you. Legalized slavery. And you're also dealing with the aspect of, how do I feed my family? How do I feed my children? How do I make sure that my wife is maintained? How do I make sure that my children are maintained? They're going to proper schools, getting the proper education. I don't have a permanent check. I don't have a guaranteed check. The government just came out with a bill that I have a guaranteed check, and it's a lot of money, and I can own a home. It's devil in the details, y'all. It's a devil in the details. We can't do that shit no more nowadays. You can do it, but you got to grind for at least 10 to 20 years before you can actually build some capital to own a home. The devil's in the details, man.
Donald, earlier this month, just a couple of weeks ago, really, the fast food chain said it would be getting rid of specific goals for achieving diversity at senior leadership level. And lastly, Walmart, the retailer, said it would be ending racial equity training programs for its staff. Now, I can say while we have seen kind of a wave of corporations getting rid or rolling back their programs, we've also seen some companies kind of come out and announce, hey, we are not going to be getting rid of these at all, no matter what the consequences are. That includes Costco and Ben & Jerry's, which is headquartered in Vermont. So I think the bottom line here is that politics absolutely do play a vital role in corporate America. So I don't think it's a surprise that we're seeing, companies coming out and saying we are getting rid of this or we won't be. But I do think we'll have to wait and see if the companies that have come out saying we will not be rolling these back, if there'll be actually any consequences for them from President Trump, which has been very outspoken saying there will be, but it's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on and kind of see what the ripple effect and impact of this is going to be.
Yeah, there's lots of different elements from executive orders that we're going to be keeping an eye on in corporate America, once again kind of having to make some shifts with a new administration coming
Absolutely.
in. All right, Taylor, thank you.
I think that y'all, specifically speaking to black people, just be safe, man. Be safe. I'm going to provide a list of businesses that I think could probably help you in the comment section. And I'm updating as I go. So bear with me, niggas. Impatient ass niggas. Bear with me, my nigga. If you have any businesses that you want to, like if you have a business on YouTube and you think that it could probably help, whether it be dealing with art or dealing with something that could probably help black people shop more black owned, whether it be clothing, you know what I mean, or body products, you know what I mean. And when I say these products, please don't be one of those, this is my personal opinion, but please just don't be one of those black owned businesses that don't understand their resources, meaning these products are just basically your face on it. You just slap your face on it. You don't know what type of, I guess I can say that, but at the same time, it's like even the other companies don't know that either. I'll just say this, just try not to be predatory, niggas. God damn, like the fact that I gotta ask that from niggas is crazy. Because I think that there's black people that believe that black capitalism is somehow can beat capitalism. Like, I'm gonna just leave it on the Fred Hampton quote about black capitalism. We don't need black capitalism, niggas. Like, don't be predatory towards your own people. Like, literally help your own people, bruh. You understand what I mean? Like, don't be just putting shit out there and just call it black business because you black. Please, the reason why we even here is because we've had enough of that. You understand me? We've had enough of the predatory capital. We've had enough of the low wages. We've had enough of we have employees, but employees don't have any type of health insurance. You know what I mean? We've had enough of that. We've had enough of that. I think that I go by what Yvette Carnell, like, you're not a true business if you don't have employees that have health insurance. Like, you're paying employees, but you're also paying and making sure that they got insurance on them. That's how you know you got a business. You know, all the other shit will fall in line. The practices and whatnot. That's my personal take on it. But yeah, I'm going to end it on the Fred Hampton quote. Alright, so this is a video, Fred Hampton, on the importance of revolutionary education. Let's check it out. I like this video. I really like this video. Because it's like he breaks this shit down for real.
You basically knowing my ideology, and basically you knowing me knowing yours, you can support some of our programs. Is that what you're saying? Why not? And you believe in programs like the Breakfast for Children program and free health clinics?
Now, to break this down, these are people coming to him for a business proposal type shit. I guess to put in either his program or put in his community or put in some type of implement inside, basically to throw his name behind it type shit. You know what I mean? And he's basically saying, okay, what can you do for the people that can then later turn into something revolutionary for themselves, right? Something that basically they can understand how to navigate in this society of the free, for lack of better words.
Right on, brother.
We believe they're good things. As a focal point to organize their mothers and fathers.
And the reason why I like going back to these type of things is because if you don't, I know you heard the saying, if you don't know your history, you bound to repeat the same shit. And this DEI shit is literally a repeat of history. It's a repeat of history, you know what I mean?
Peace. There's no educational program here?
That's come out of the social action thing. You know, you set that up, but I mean, we can't put everything on one piece of paper.
He's trying to pull a quick one on his ass. You can't put everything on one piece of paper. Then what that mean then? Put that shit in the motherfucking packet then, nigga. The hell?
What about this bank?
Credit union? Credit union. Credit union, my brother.
Is a bank.
Are you hip to credit unions? It is a bank.
Yeah, you go and borrow money?
Yeah, it's a bank. It's a bank. Owned by the people, run for the people, and by the people.
What will money be given out to people for?
Well, the people would decide that. You want to buy, whatever, the people in the community decide.
What does that sound like to black people nowadays? If you heard that, what he said, the people will decide what that money will be spent towards. The people will decide what that money will be spent. And watch the examples that he used.
You need some living room furniture, maybe?
Living room furniture.
You need a car, maybe?
A car is more...
See, I got it. The thing is with me...
But the living room furniture, you could be using that towards something better. You know what I mean? Putting the education back in it of what can I use this capital for to make sure that me and my family will be good for the long haul rather than just the right now. You know what I mean?
You dig? I need to know some more about it. I wish you had some more literature about the educational thing here. Because you dig, as far as we concerned, and the struggle,
of course
the way
you're
we look at struggle is that
you know what I mean?
This depends on the educational thing, you dig? Because
this depends on the education. Well, the whole thing.
No, but in the end, this does. You can form this with no education.
Not real estate.
You can form this.
No, not the way we're talking about forming it.
Not companies.
Right. We're talking about forming it right. It's not on the paper. We didn't write it on the paper.
Form it right with no education.
No.
Let me give you an example. Jomo Kenyatta formed the excellent revolution with no education. And on the end thing, Yomo told the motherfucker, I said, well, you've been educated to hate the enemy, but I'm your brother. I help you lead the revolution. Now I'm going to oppress you.
I'm your brother. I help you lead the revolution. Now I'm going to oppress you. Black capitalism. Black capitalism. Black capitalism does not beat capitalism, black people. Okay? Just get that through your head, man. Stop promoting black capitalism. It does not beat capitalism. Meaning, that's not what helps and solves our issue that we are in when it comes to this DEI shit. Because y'all just going to be literally hiring some lower help. You're going to do the same shit that the white people did.
Another example, Papa Doc in Haiti. Papa Doc in Haiti hated everything white. Man, you couldn't put this white paper in front of Papa Doc's face. But he moved all the white people out and he took over and be oppressed. He did, causing no education. And the people that have been educated, they just said that we don't hate the motherfucking white people, we hate the oppressor, whether he be white, black, brown, or yellow. So we got to know your education.
We don't hate the white people, we hate whoever it is that's oppressing us. Even if it's, like I said before, I don't give a fuck if the president is black. Just be somebody that specifically has policies for black American people. I don't give a fuck whether you, like he said before, black, white, yellow, Asian. I don't give a damn. You could be purple. You could be green. I don't give a damn. You could be an alien off of... Listen, if you are implementing policies for black American people, I'm for you. In the words of Fred Hampton, right on, brother.
Educational program to find out what is going to be in the finale. A lot of people, Jomo Kenyatta is called not a never a revolutionary, but an ex-revolutionary. So is Papa Doc. They brought on a successful revolution. That thing in the Mao's was a bitch. Bantu freedom fighters, all that kind of action. But what we're saying is, there's the end. That you don't judge Castro now. You can't do it. Nobody in this room could judge whether Castro's going to be a revolutionary or not. You know what I mean? We're talking about things, you know what I mean, with China, the People's Republic, and even at the stage they're in now, talking about even going on further into a communistic state. That's what we're talking about. Those are revolutionary. So we got to understand here the educational program that you have.
Understanding what it is when it comes to revolution. What does that mean? What type of examples can be used to help black people? Oh shit, my damn camera died. God damn it.
To be able to figure out whether it will go on the right lines, where the people will end up in a situation where they can be able to really control themselves. You understand what I'm saying? With no education, the people take this local foundation and start stealing money because they won't be really educated to why it's the people's thing anyway. You understand what I'm saying? With no education, you have neo-colonialism instead of colonialism, like you got in Africa 9, like you got in Haiti. So what we're talking about is there has to be an educational program. That's very important. As a matter of fact, it's so important for us that a person has to go through 6 weeks of our political education before he can consider himself a member of the party, able to even run down ideology for the
Political education, niggas. Okay? For you DEI niggas that don't understand that is all you need is a motherfucking finances. That sounds good, but if you don't understand political education, the finances don't mean shit, because you're just going to be spending your money on the couch that you got from a symbolism bank that says that they're black owned when they really have white shareholders. You know what I mean? Like, the money really don't matter. You have to know the end goal is like what he's saying before. Like he said before, what's the end goal to this shit? Because if you just giving people money, then I can't get behind this.
party. Why? Because if they don't have an education, then they're nowhere. You dig what I'm saying? They're nowhere because they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing.
See?
You might get people caught up in the emotionalist movement. You understand me? You might get them caught up in because they're poor and they want something.
You see? You see? That's what a lot of this shit is. Even with the people with the Black Lives Matter shit, the protests. It wasn't an emotionalist movement. Like I say emotionless. It was emotion. It was over emotional. You know what I mean? Because there was no real tangible things that can lead to the progress of black people. It was more so emotional. You know what I mean? And not saying that black people shouldn't be emotional. It's just only human. But it's like, what's the point of it? You understand what I mean? What's the end goal to it? What's the end goal, my niggas? So that's all I had to say. I just wanted to put this out there because on the next few videos, I'm going to have some, and I'm going to link it down in the description. I'm going to have some links for black-owned grocery stores, black-owned pharmacies, black-owned, just in case people don't want to go to Walmart anymore. And these will be in different states. Just look them up, you know what I mean? Copy and paste the name inside your Google documents or inside your Google and look them up. If you see that they're in your state, you know what I mean? They may have a Facebook page, they may have a website, and they may be only, you know, brick and mortar. But check them out, man. And like that, we are gone button.